Hi, hello. This is a this is a video that I'm making. I don't even know if I'm gonna be posting this, but I just wanted to share something, a little something. I'm pretty sure people have gotten ahead of me when it comes to this because they've been playing Tokiko for a long time, and I've just still leveling her. But I just want to share a build that has been very helpful to me when it comes to leveling Tokiko, and I don't want to say anything definitive like this is the best free-to-play only trying to say this is the best free-to-play only setup that I've come up with. It's me. I'm awesome. Okay, but no, I'm still leveling her. I've still got a lot to learn. And yeah, but this is the build that works for me currently, and I just wanted to share it. So, first off, weapons. Pretty standard arena weapon, 5 out of 5. And then there's this. Now, you might be thinking, you're so proud of being a free-to-play only setup sort of player, why do you have a 5 out of 5 UR gacha weapon? Well, let me tell you why. I thought that Tokiko was a relatively popular character within the Taimanin series, right? So I thought to myself, there's no way that they could fuck up this character. And then she got released, and then everybody realized how she really is, and everybody asked for buffs. And you know what? I'm not gonna say that I share the exact same sentiment of people when it comes to her. Again, I haven't fully leveled her, so. But all I'm gonna say is you're gonna need as much damage as you can for her. So, if you can get 2 arena weapons for her, well, maybe wait for buffs first. Wait if she gets buff, then maybe invest 50,000 arena coins into another arena weapon. But yeah, this is, I mean, damage is important, but not the most important part of this build. This is. Now, we are doing red ranged Tokiko build, which consists of these supporters. You've got Granny, damage dealt with range attacks by 30, Nino Weaver, damage dealt with range attacks by 30, and Faust. Now, the reason why I have Faust, Faust does critical ranged by 14%, critical rate of range attacks by 14%. The reason why I have her instead of someone like, Ibuki right here, the reason why I have her is because I don't have a single point into her critical skill yet. So, I'm waiting on upgrading this before I slot in Ibuki instead. So let's get into the skills. Magpie. Now, Magpie is a serviceable skill. It's not amazing, and in fact I have a lot of issues with it. But, since we are doing a ranged build, it only makes sense. It's serviceable. Second skill is Fan. Now this is your big red build attack. It deals pretty good damage against single target enemies. If you're up against a boss or something. The problem is the more enemies are on screen, the less the damage spread diminishes, right? But the skill does have an increased critical rate by 50%, so it's not too bad. Plus it tracks on enemies, which is nice. Now this is arguably, right here, arguably the most important part of red build. And let's address the elephant in the room. Why use Evil Eye Clairvoyance over Hummingbird? Well, let's look at it this way. You have Magpie. When you're using Magpie, you really don't need Hummingbird. You don't. Like, chances are, like I noticed this myself when I was using Tokiko. My DPS and how fast I'm clearing stages dips when I'm using Hummingbird, when I'm actively trying to trigger it. And you know, Hummingbird doesn't deal amazing damage. Plus it throws you backwards away from enemies, which is usually a good thing because a lot of her skills have her stuck in place, right? Like Stonepiercer, Squall, Blast, like all these skills have her stuck in place. So she needs like an exit, which is Hummingbird. But the thing is, with range build, you're already quite a ways away from the enemy. So you really don't need this. Plus it deals very little damage, and yeah, you get the point. Now, Fan, if you look at all of her skills, Stonepiercer, Squall, Smashing Spree, Blast, Fan is the least reliant on Hummingbird. And because of the playstyle that we're going with, we don't need Hummingbird at all. The main gameplay loop here is that you activate Evil Eye Clairvoyance, you run away as far as possible as you can, and then use Fan. Which in that case, you really don't need Hummingbird anymore. And it's just, Hummingbird just becomes a filler. So, Evil Eye Clairvoyance. Why is this good on Red build Tokiko? You see, look at the cooldown on it. 17 seconds. 17 seconds with 30% cooldown reduction. That's 1, 2, 3. 7 times 3 is 21. 5.1. That's like what? 12 something? Around 12 seconds, right? So if you're using a green set or a blue set, you have a base duration of 6 seconds for lowering enemy defense. 6 seconds, and the 6 seconds of uptime and 12 second cooldown with cooldown reduction, right? That is an effective cooldown of 6 seconds. That is a lot. That is just as bad as I think Ingrid's Evil Heat Blast. I think Evil Heat Blast lasts for around 3 seconds. Let me check. And look at Ingrid right here. So look at Evil Heat Blast. 13 seconds, 1, 2, 3, about 4 seconds, so 9 seconds, right? 9-second cooldown. And Evil Heat Blast lasts for around 3 to 4 seconds. That is a, what, like a 5 to 6 second downtime on a skill that doesn't necessarily deal a lot of damage. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad dodge skill, which is why in most builds you don't even see it. Like if you're doing red build, maybe you do Evil Blazing Blossom instead because Susan exists. We're getting off topic here. The point is, 6-second effective cooldown is awful. But for Tokiko, with a red set effect, 6 seconds with plus 50% duration becomes 9 seconds instead. So 9-second uptime and a 12-second cooldown. You have an effective cooldown of 3 seconds. That is, you know, that's not desirable, but it's still pretty good. Now again, the gameplay loop, right? You activate Clairvoyance, run away, use Fan, and then pepper enemies with Magpie. Let's see that in action, shall we? Just to show you how it actually works. Let's go to this. No, we don't need this. I'm going to show you how it works. And yeah, this build has been really helpful. Come up here. Activate Clairvoyance. Use Fan. Now, we just wait to that. Cool. Not exactly fast, but we lost a bit of time there because of we're trying to get the big dummy to explode. That's fine. Again, trigger evil eye, use fan, just pepper enemies. I did it. It's pretty decent time, and then you ulti, and then that ends. You get it. That is fairly slow for a fully leveled character, 115, because I can do this stage in like 45 seconds with a red Kurenai, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Now let's go to something else. Let's do this, I guess. Now again, daily quests are not particularly a good indication of a character's strength. Like how fast they can clear this isn't particularly a good indication of how good they are, but you know what? I just want to keep showcasing how this works. That's pretty fast. I mean, that's like, what, 30 seconds? If I finish this, I'd be able to finish that in 30 seconds. Yep, that's a pretty decent time. So, you know how it works now. You get the idea. Sure, go Evil Eye, Clairvoyance, run away, use Fan, and then pepper enemies. Rinse and repeat. And as you can see, if we had Hummingbird there, we would just be losing time and, you know, dealing less damage compared to just, you know, using Magpie and then dodging, Magpie, dodging, Magpie, dodging. You don't need Hummingbird for ranged Tokiko. Really don't. And so, yeah, I just wanted to show that off. This is actually my second time of recording this. I tried doing the bonus section. Should I? Yeah, sure. Went about as well as you expected. I took a bunch of damage, but you know, for the most part, this stage is not a great representative of how Tokiko actually works, because most stages in the game are not as wide as this. Look at how much space you have here to play with. So, just like how dailies are not a good representation of how good a character is, this bonus stage right here isn't particularly a good indication of how Tokiko is gonna work in an actual stage. But let's try doing this anyway. Oh. Look at this. You don't need Hummingbird. Don't need Hummingbird. You really don't. Right, we're gonna wait for our Evil Eye Clairvoyance, then use the Granny active. Run away, use fan, rinse and repeat. Ow. I saw that coming as well. Get out of here. I don't think I hit anybody there. Oh. I think you get the idea, right? I mean, this stage isn't particularly hard because of how massive the playing area is, but yeah. You're relatively safe unless you're up against something like, I don't know, Arena Tower triple bosses, but outside of that, like, this build should not give you, like, should not give you much trouble using it compared to, you know, if you're trying to level this character with Smashing Spree or Squall. Like, red build is relatively safe to use. So yeah, that's it for the build. I hope anybody who's come across this video found this useful. Again, this is a free-to-play only build. Minus this, but we were not even using that weapon anyway. So here's the free-to-play supporters, and yeah, I'll see you guys at some point. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.